All right, it is about 1 p.m. Saturday, August 4th. I woke up this morning and it's a long weekend here in BC. Didn't have really any plans, so I thought since it was a long weekend that I would take the challenge of reading 24 hours within a 48-hour period. So my TBRs kind of as follows. The audiobook I'll be listening to when I either want my hands to be free or need my hands free to work on various crafting projects is To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. Physical books, I will be picking up Magania by Maria Headley, or Headley, I'm not sure how to pronounce the last name. There is a middle name in there. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. I know I will butcher it. Finishing that one, I will probably pick up Gilded Cage by Vic James. This one seems like an alternate reality sort of reading the back here. Britain, where the magic elite kind of rule, and then you owe, if you're like an everyday person, you owe them 10 years of servitude. So that one's an adult fantasy. It's dark. It seems to be a darker fantasy. So yeah, that should be an interesting read. And then the next one, if I manage to finish that, will be Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson. I've tried to pick this one up probably 3 times in the last couple of months. I keep putting it down. I just can't seem to get past the first couple chapters. But I keep hearing such good things about it, and I want to try and read it. So I figured I'd give it a shot if I get to it. If I can't get into it the 4th time round, I'll probably be donating that to my library or giving it to a friend or something, because I have too many books on my bookshelf to fight with a book that I just can't be interested in. And then the final book I'm going to get into this weekend, if I get through all those other ones, is Sarah Henning's Sea Witch. I love fairy tale retellings, and my favorite fairy tale is The Little Mermaid. I also like retellings or background stories of villains. So my mom actually picked this up for me as a gift, because it kind of combines my 3 favorite things. So that is the physical book TBR, and for now that's everything. I'll see you guys in the next clip. Bye-bye. Alright, it's about 3 p.m. on the afternoon of August the 4th, about 2 hours into my little challenge of read 24 hours within a 48-hour period. I am 50 pages into Magania. I have feelings about this book, and they're not all that good. The main character's personality is driving me up the wall. I find her very abrasive, and not in the cute, sarcastic kind of way or the badassery kind of way. Like, it's in the I'm an entitled bitch way, and I don't handle that personality trope well at all. I'm going to give it another about 20 pages or so, and then I'm going to either continue on with it or put it down, move on to something else, and then try and revisit later. The story is pretty good, aside from the personality issue with the main character. So I do want to see where it goes. I want to try and finish it. I think that the story's got a pretty good potential to be interesting. It's already interesting, but to be really good. And I think the main character has a lot of room of growth, and I do like to read about growth in characters, you know, especially if they start off slightly asshole-ish and then turn into decent human beings by the end of the book. So it'll be interesting to see which route the author takes with that one, if by, 100 pages it hasn't gotten any better, then I'm not sure I'll continue on with it. At least not right away. I might be one I have to read in small chunks to thoroughly enjoy. Anyway, that's where that is for now. I will catch up with you in a few more hours and let you know how I'm doing. Bye-bye. Hey y'all, another vlog clip. It's about 10:30 now, my local time. I'm on hour 9.5 of this trying to read 24 hours in 48 hours challenge that I decided randomly this morning to do. So far, I have managed to read a total of 8 hours today, so overall, not very bad at all. I have made it into actually page 151. Sorry, I had to look at the book. 151 of Magania. I struggled with it a lot in the beginning as, well, if you've made it this far, you've seen my last clip, which explains why. But I read another 20 pages or so, and the story completely turned around and went on its head, and I'm still a little confused as to what's actually going on. The book's weird. Weird in a good way, I think, though. I can't seem to put it down, so I guess that means it's a good story. Anyway, yeah, so that's a surprise. I was completely not expecting that to happen at all. So this is probably my last vlog of the night. As you can tell, I'm already in my PJs. I'm gonna keep going until I go to bed, which is probably not going to be that long from now because it is getting late for me. And I guess my next clip will be I'll check back in the morning with another date. Bye. All right, so it's 10 a.m. Yeah, 10 a.m. local time. I have just crawled my butt out of bed. I was actually up till about 2 in the morning finishing off Magania. This one here. You've probably seen my last clip if you're this far into the video where I'd read about the first 50 pages and I was not impressed with the main character's personality really. But about 75, I'd say, pages in, I didn't really look at the page number, but I'm pretty sure it's about 75 pages, the story completely flipped itself on its head, and I couldn't put it down. It's not like the greatest epic story that's ever been epically written, of course, but it's weird. Let's put it that way. It's weird, but it's very emotional. I'm still trying to actually process some of the stuff I read last night before bed, especially the ending. There's apparently a sequel out there. I believe you pronounce it Aerie or Irie. It's A-E-I-R-E. I'm personally not sure I'm going to pick it up. I like where this one ended. To me, it ended in a good spot. But we'll see. I'm going to stew on that one for a little bit. Like I said, I'm still trying to process some of what I read. One, because I think it's a weird story, and two, it's a very emotional story. The next one I'll be picking up today is Gilded Cage by Vic James. I have to remember to try and hold these up higher. This one is an adult, looks like a dark fantasy. I believe it's an alternate world. It's like magician's rule. And then the average everyday human has to spend like 10 years in their service. So that I think is going to be the next one. I haven't really got any plans this afternoon. I'll probably pick up a project or two and then continue on with my audiobook of To Kill a Kingdom. And the total in the last hours, I can't do math right now. I haven't even had a coffee yet. I've read a total of 11 hours since 1 p.m. yesterday afternoon. So doing pretty good on the challenge for myself. I'm going to go have a coffee, go have breakfast, get out of my PJs, get ready for the day, and then decide what I'm going to do for the day. I may just, depending how good this book is, may just push forward and read, or like I said, I may pick up an audiobook and work on a project. So yeah, that's the plan so far, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye. All right, didn't get much vlogging done yesterday. Family and I actually ended up going out to the next township over, visiting some friends and attending a music concert. So not a whole lot of physical reading going on, but I did get quite a bit listened to in To Kill a Kingdom. I actually will have that finished today. Let's see, it's about 3/4 of the way through, I think, judging by the time on my timestamp here. Anyway, it's been a total of 22 hours that I've read between yesterday and, of course, the rest of the challenge. So I should meet about an hour over the 24 hours within 48 challenge. So yeah, we'll see if I get how many times I get interrupted this morning, but that's looking really good. So I'll check in at the end of the challenge, which is in about 3 hours. It's 1 p.m. my local time, because I started it at 1 p.m. a couple days ago, and let you know where I am sitting with that challenge. So yeah, that's it. Bye-bye. All right, so we are just a little after 2:20 p.m. my local time. I finished my 48 hours for the read 24 hours and 48-hour challenge at 1 p.m. Just getting around to kind of filming this now, but anyway, so total challenge totals: 594 pages, one book finished, one book almost finished, and a total of 26.5 hours read within the 48-hour period. So actually, I surpassed the challenge by 2.5 hours. I have listened to a total of 10 hours in the audiobook To Kill a Kingdom. Cannot actually recommend that audiobook enough. It is phenomenal. The actors, the way they put the emotion into the characters, and there's a lot of, in the story, bantering back and forth, teasing, sarcasm, that kind of debating, that kind of thing, and the actors are playing on that really well with the characters, and the story is phenomenal. I haven't tried to actually read the book like word-wise, so like book-wise, whatever word I'm looking for. I've only listened to it. There, we'll put it that way. I've only listened to it. So I'm not sure how the words would translate on page, but for the sake of the audiobook, it is probably my favorite audiobook year to date. The book is probably my favorite book year to date. I don't know what the future will bring, because I have a few more books on my bookshelf that look just as intriguing, that may blow this one out of the water, but this is definitely number one right now. And again, that is To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. If you want to know more about it, you can Google it or Goodreads it. It's a popular book. Chances are you've probably already heard about it. The book I completed was Megonia. This one I struggled with. It took me 16.5 hours to finish. It is not a big book. Well, excuse the bent pages, but like if I put this like if it was brand new, it's not a big book. It's only 300 and some pages. But I struggled a lot with it in the beginning. Hindsight, I probably should have put it down and continued on with a different book. But once the story turned around, I found I couldn't put it down. So if you like your books weird, you like your books emotional, this is one for you. I suggest you probably go look it up or go look at it. I will not be picking up the sequel. I've already decided that. I downloaded a sample of it on Kindle and decided, yep, not for me. So I won't have anything more to say on this series. And the only book that I had been planning to pick up when I finished Megonia that I did not was Gilded Cage by Vic James. Not because I didn't want to, it's just because I really got into the audiobook of To Kill a Kingdom. So I ended up kind of devoting all of my time to that. So yeah, that's where my stats were as of 1 p.m. I am going to be calling this challenge done. I have to go put a TBR together for the rest of August. Haven't decided if I'm going to film that yet or not. But yeah, that's it. So if you've stuck around with me this long, thank you, and have yourself a wonderful day wherever you are, whatever you are doing. Bye-bye.